Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Mosaics 6 here on the channel. We got through like 4 or 5 of the levels, 5, yeah 5. We got through 5 of the level sets in the last video. We're going to just continue playing this game probably for another hour and a half, 2 hours in this video. If you guys are, that is crazy how this looks. If you guys are enjoying World Mosaic, do me a favor, hit the like button and the subscribe button down below, and let me know some other games you would like to see on the channel when we get openings in the schedule. Okay, so we can go 5 here, 1 there, and that is also there. We can go up to 8 here, and 8 there. This is a 1, 2. This is also a 1. That's a 2. Get rid of this. And this is a 3. This is a 2 as well. These are 1s. This is a 1. This goes to 5. This can go 1 to the right. That's a 1. So are all of those. This is probably the 3 here. 6, 9. Probably a 3 here as well, but kind of questioning if I should guess that. Oh, we know that that's at least there. So that has to be the 2. There's the 3. Get rid of this. This is the 3 here. There's the 2. Okay. That's a 2. This is the 4. So there's a 1 here. Get rid of that. 1 here. Okay, that's a 9. This is a 2. This is one of the 1s. This 4 is going to go over here. This is 5. We can get rid of this. So the 6 is already there. So get rid of that. That's a 3. Okay, so this is done. This is there. Get rid of that. Done there. That's a 2 here. Get rid of that. Nothing here or there. This 1 has to be there, so it can't go there. Can't go here or here, so 1 there. And that's a 1. This is a 1 and a 2. 2 there, get rid of this. 2 here, get rid of that. That's like this. That's a 4 there. That's already a 2. 1, 5. That actually works, so we can go like this at least. That 1's gonna go there. There's a 1 here. Get rid of that. Okay, this is the 5 here. 1 there. 1 here. Get rid of this. This is a 1. Get rid of that. That's a 1. Get rid of this. That's a 1. Okay. There's the first one done. What is this, like a city? Constantinople. Okay. Next one. Okay, we can go 12 here. This can go up to 9. Nothing there either. This is a 1 and a 1. These are both 1s as well. That's a 1. This can go up to 6. This can go up to 5. This is a 1. And 5 here. Nice. Like this. And 2 here. And our neighbor's animals are acting up again as usual. 1 there, 1 there. I'm not even kidding when I say one of the big things I am looking forward to once we move is just being able to hear myself think consistently. Nothing here. I mean, if this is the 9, I guess we can go up to like this. Okay, nothing here. Nothing there either. Okay. And these are all done too. This is nothing. So 2 here. So the 1 has to go there. This is a 9. This goes up to 2. These are all nothing. That's a 3. Get rid of that. There's a 7 here. Get rid of this. This is all done. That's a 1. That's a 2. Get rid of this. 2 here. Get rid of that. 2 there. And a 6 here. Get rid of this. 2 here. This is 1 here guaranteed. 1 there guaranteed. So there's a 4. There's one of the 1s. Get rid of that. This. 3 here. 3 there. That's a 2. That's 1 here. There's the 11. Okay. Get rid of all of this. This has to be a 3 here and then a 1 there and there. Nothing here, so this 1 has to go there. There's the 8. Get rid of that. 1 here. Get rid of all of this. That has to be a 1. And then a 1 there, there, and there. Okay. Another fire. Huh. Okay. Level 3, we have nothing on the outsides. This in the middle here looks like something we can work off of. Not really, I guess. 4 here. Nothing there or there. This 5 is going to probably be here. That's a 2 and a 2. You can go 3 here. This can at least... Oh, really? I thought it would be able to go at least 2 more because this would connect, but I guess it didn't technically have to do that. Where's this 3? Okay. So, not really the middle of anything, but I don't even know if that 3 is even going to help. 3 here. Okay. 3 here, I guess that says where the middle of the 6 is. We can go 6 here. That there was a guarantee. There was 4 here. Then I think we said has to be 2 here. And this goes like this, and then there's the 5. Like that. This is a 1. 2 here. And this is where we are now. Yes, 1 here. So this can now go 1 there. So 3 can't go here, it also can't go there. It's either, nope, it's literally just here. Okay, there's that there. And then we can put 1 here, we can put 1 there. We can go 1 more there at least. Go like this. Okay, that's a 2, that's a 3. 2 here, so it can only go to here. This 6 now has 2 there. Get rid of this. This 6 has to go over here to a point. Can't have anything there. Nothing here now. Can't have anything there. The 4 literally can go in each of these possible areas. Can't have anything here or there. This 4 has to go here at least 2. Get rid of this. 1 there. Okay. We have anything else we can work with? Anything at all. 1 space, 1 space, 1 space. That is actually straight across now. Okay. We have a 5 here. And has to be a 1 here. This 4 is already set. That 2 is done now. We know where the 3 is. We know where the 2 is. Anything else? We know this has to be a 1, so there's the 3 down here. There's the 4. This is a 1. Actually, all of this is just done. This can go up 1. This can't be a 2, because obviously, really, like, can we get any help on any of these puzzles? 4 here. Like, nothing at all, huh? The 4 can literally go here, here, or here. The 6 can go in either direction. This 2, I mean, I guess this could be 1. So, there we go. There's the help we received. We have to at least have 1 more there. Get rid of this. This could literally just be 6 space and then this be the 1. I don't know, so 1 could go here, here, and here. There are 3 spaces, 2 openings, 2 spaces up here, 8 here. Okay, that, again, doesn't really help too much. Wow, these puzzles are just not very kind, are they? Literally nothing. So if this was a 6 in this direction, not this direction. Actually, hold on, we don't need to do that. I was going to try to use logic when I have a headache, which is not usually the best option. So there's the 6, because naturally the 6 has to be over there, because if it was in the other direction, it'd be too easy. 4 to here, the 6 goes up here. Okay, so all of this is done, all of that is done, all of this is done, and this is done. And somehow that didn't finish. Never mind, there we go. Okay, 6 here, and this goes to 3, which finishes up all of that. This has to be a 2, finishing up all of that, and then a 1 there. Jeez. All of that just for a Byzantine guard. Okay, next one we have a 9 here. Literally with just 1 there. So, very helpful again. 10 here. Gets rid of this whole line, and then this. Nothing here, except for, again, there's a 1. This 7 technically can go there, part way. I think this can go to 5. So can this. This 3 has to be up here. This can go to 5, this can go to 5, and that whole row is just done. Same thing with this one. This is just 1, so is that. Okay. Not sure if that is connected or not. So the 7 can at least go like that. Can we go 1 more? We actually can, so these are going to be connected, but then this one won't have anything, which I would have known had I just done that. 12 there. Get rid of this. This 5 has to go over here part way. And can't go there. So there's the 2 over here, 1 there. This can now go to 6. This 7 is up to there. This is a 6 to there. Get rid of this. This can't be a 2 to there. That's a 1, so is that. So are these. So is at least that. This is also a 1. This can go to a 5. Can't go there. And can't go here. This goes to a 6. Get rid of that. Is this 7 now? Yes. Okay. Has to be 3 1, so it can't go there. So there's a 3 here. Get rid of that. Nothing here or there. This 3 could be right here. Could also be a 1 here, and then this is the 3. 1 here. Nope, of course not. That again would be way too easy. These 5 1s here. That's going to be the problem. I can already feel it. There's really nothing, is there? Just guesswork again. Okay. Just went with it because it was a convenient 3. Because that's how you should always do puzzles. Nope. This 4 can have 2 here now. Get rid of this and this. So we need 5 1s. 1, 2. There's going to be 2 here. 5. Okay. So 1 there. Get rid of that. We can put a 1 there and get rid of this. And that is basically it. The 3 1s are already there, so we can get rid of that. 1 here. This has to be a 1 as well. There's the rest of the 8. There's the 4. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. There has to be 4 1s. There has to be 4 1s here, though, too. 1 there. Get rid of this whole line. This has to have a 1. This has to have a 1. 7 there, and then a 1 there. I really wish they would stop taking the time to, like, put in tiny rocks or whatever. Wine cellar, I mean dirt. It's very necessary, I know. I gotta make sure we keep the aesthetics of the puzzle going well, but could you just make it a clean wine cellar? Is that an option? So 2 there, 2 here and there. We can go 1 more here. This can probably go to 3. Of course, they're all 1s. This can go to probably 2. Okay, we got 1 done. This can go up to 1s. We can go to 5. This can go to there. I think the 12 is... yeah, we can go to 11. Can't have that there. So this 7 doesn't work completely yet. We can go to there. This is a 1. There's the 8. Okay. We finally have some help. Up to 7, that's a 1. This 7 at least can go to 6. Any of those could be anything. There's a 2 here. This is a 3. That's a 1. Get rid of that. There's a 2 here. That finishes that entire row. And this is a 1. There's nothing there. Okay. This has to go down 1 more, so now there's a 6 there. That's a 2, so there's the rest of that 6. And this is nothing. So 1 there. This can go down now to here. This can go 3, this can go 2. Get rid of that and this. 1 there. It's a 5, go to there. That's a 1 here. Get rid of that. And this goes to 6. Get rid of this. 2 there and there. This can go to 6. Get rid of that. And this goes to 7. Nothing here either, so this 1 is up there. Get rid of that entire line. Nothing there. 7, yes. 1 here. Get rid of that. There's the 6. Finishing up all of these lines. This 7 goes to here, then there's a 4 to there. This is 12, and this is 10. Okay. 3 here. That's just done with that entire line. That's already a 4. This 2 has to go here. This goes up to 10. There's a 2 there. This is 6. 1 there, and 1 here. Okay, finally starting to make some progress in this. This has got to be one of the final maps. Halfway there. And a 20 by 20 with a 20. Okay. So 2, 13, 3. Nothing there. Or here. Or there. Or there. So we have, this is just straight across now. This is the 4 here, get rid of that. This can go like that, get rid of this. And this goes to 4. This goes to 3, there's the 5. And a quarter of the puzzle is done already. Okay, this can go to 10. This can go to 7, finishing both of these. This is like that. This 4 is here, get rid of this. Probably 4 here is one of them. Can't be there, so it has to be over here. This is probably there and then there, get rid of that. Can't have anything here, so 3 there and a 2, get rid of these. Get rid of that. These are just 1s. So this is 8 up to there. And now what? 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. Not sure if that's a 6 or not. This is a 1. These are all probably 1s. 11 and 5, so 2 here. 1 space, the 6 can go like this. This has to be a 3. Okay. 1 there, get rid of that. 1 here, get rid of this. This can go another 1, then we can put a 1 there. And a 1 here. Okay. That has to be connected there, but then there has to be enough space for that. Oh, that's just straight across. Okay. I love wasting my time. We have this. 1 there, get rid of that. That's a 1, get rid of this. Okay. Well, this has to be like that, so there's 1 of them. 1 and 1, so this can't be there. There's a 1 here, which does make this the 6. There's the 4, getting rid of all of that. That's a 3, getting rid of this. This is a 9. This is a 2, getting rid of that. And that's a 1 there, and then up to a 5 now we can do. Get rid of this. This is the 3 here. This is a boat. Get rid of that. This goes to 6. 4 and a 1. Here's the 8. Get rid of that. That's the rest of the 2. And there's that 2. There's like a lookout. It's a boat. Okay. I believe we have 4 more left. I have an 11 and an 8 on the bottom, which isn't quite straight across, but we can go to 10. And that will help out a bit. 5, 5, 6, 2, 3, 1, 3. This goes to 9. We can go up 1 more. This now goes to 7, 1, 2. This can go to 3. So that one is done. And this can go to 11. finishing up all of these. This is a 2 here, get rid of that. This is a 2 there, 1 here. Okay. 10 goes to here, 3 there. This 2 will show me where the 8 is. Actually, that was straight across. Don't know what's going on with my head. 3, 3, 2, 2. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Just a 1 there. Okay, 6 here. Couple of 3s. This goes to 8. Get rid of that. This goes to 6. These are 3s. 6 to there. Get rid of that. This is a 5. Okay. So we know this is a 6, and this goes to a 5. Get rid of that. This is a 2 and a 2. Get rid of this. This is just there. This goes to a 3. This goes to a 5. And then a 1 there. And is that all of the help we get now? Basically. Yeah. Looks like it. This 2, 5, 1 here. I mean, 5 space. We can also do 1 space, 5 space 2, so. No real help there. We can get rid of this. Maybe the 6 and 1. We can go up to 6 space. No, not really. What about this one? 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I guess we can go like 1 here. Finishes that at least. Now that does kind of help because it goes like this. Then we can put a 1 here. Just to kind of mark spots that we know have nothing in it. What about this 11 now? We've removed 4, so it's up to 16. So 11, 12, 13. So 4 from there. We can go not there. 1 here. And it can't go there now. But I think that's basically it. But we do know this has to go up 2, at least. Because it could still have a 1 here. Also could literally just be 2 over here. This is really... Okay, can't have anything here. That helps out quite a bit. So this is 5 and then 2. Okay. So... These stupid just 1s up there. We can go 6. There's the 2. So this is either like 1 space, 1 space, 1 space, 2, 1, 3, or no, this would have to be a 3. Okay. And that's a 1. This can go to 3, and there's the 4. Okay. We've got something we're working off of, finally. This is a 1. That has to be a 2. So there's the 7 there. This has to be a 1. The 4 could go here, and then a 2 there, or it could go 4 here, and then a 2 there. Or it could literally go 2 here, 4 there. We do know that this 3 can't be there, though. So 1 there. This can go up to 4. Get rid of that. This can go up 1 more. So this has to be a 4 now. Get rid of this. There's the 2. That finishes all of that. This has to be a 3. This is one of the 2s. Get rid of this. So this 3 has to be here. Finishing that and this. This 4 has to go over here now. This can go up to 3. This 7 is now done. This can go up to 5. This can go to here now. Up 3. This is a 1. There's the 3. Get rid of this. This is a 1. There's the 6. That's a 1. This is a 5. Okay, 4, and then the 2 is in fact over here. 1. And then this is a 4, so there's the 3. Get rid of this, and all of that. Up to a 5. Get rid of this. This goes over to 3. Is this the 6? It is. So nothing there. This goes up to 5. 1 here. Get rid of that and that. Now this is a 3. Get rid of this. This is a 3. Get rid of that. Up to 1 there. Okay. Yeah, it was nowhere close to what I thought it was supposed to look like as a picture, so I'm really glad I did not take chances on it. 1 there. This has to be a 1 here. Gets rid of this and this. This 2 has to go here. And the rest of this 3 is there. I have no idea what this picture was. I'm just glad it's done. I'm not even going to try to guess at it. Ah, another city. Okay. 3 more. This one on the bottom, I think we can go like 3 here. And 3 and a bunch of 2s. Get rid of this. 3 here. Go like that. That's to 4. This can go up to 3. There's a 5 here. And, well, it's hilarious. We know one of them has to go here, though, so that's a 4. This can go up to 3. Get rid of that. This is going to go to 6. There has to be 1 here, so there's a 9 here. Which does in fact prove that this can go over to here. Get rid of that. This can probably go to like there. Then this can go up to 11. This is already a 4 now. That's already a 3. There's going to be a 1 here that goes to 8. Okay. Another one similar to the last one, so we'll just abruptly lose any help at some point while we're doing this. Up to 9, get rid of that. So there's a 4 here, over to 17, and then a 1 there. Then there's a 5 here, and a 4 there. Okay. That's a 1. This goes to 3 here. This goes to 4, and then this goes to 3. Let's go over here. This goes to 4. Get rid of this. And this is a 2 there. Okay. Over here goes to 4, then this goes to 5, and this goes to 5. Finishing up all of that. 2 here, get rid of this. This goes up to 12. And I think this is all done up to here. 2 there, get rid of that. Okay, this goes over to 7. Nothing there or there. This can go up to 9. This goes to 7. Gets rid of that. This is a 3. Gets rid of this. All of this is done. This goes up to a 2. And that's a 2 as well. This has to be a 3. This has to go here. And then, well, has to go there. Get rid of all of that. And there's these here. Get rid of this. These have to be connected here. And then it's literally just 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. And for some reason, that 20 by 20 took half the time. naturally. And we have a monastery, 2 more left. Okay, we have a 20 by or a 20 on this side, 2 all the way down to here, and then it goes 5, 3, 6, 7, 2. At the bottom we have a 6. This goes up to 4, then we have a 5, 2, and a 3. This goes over to 5. This goes to 3. And these are all done. This goes up to a 3 like that. 1 there. That's already a 7 and a 6 and a 5. So this is a 3 there. Gets rid of that. 2 here. 3 there. Gets rid of this. And a 1 there. Can't go there. So 6, space, close, but we can go 4 here. Actually, this is just straight across. I didn't even look on the left side yet. Okay. 7, and then a 5 down here, finishing that. And that's a 2 and a 3, finishing this. This is a 4, and then an 8 there. That goes like that. These are 1s as well. This is just like that. And 2 gets rid of these. Can't have anything there. This goes up to 7. Okay. I think 2 and 8 are just straight across. Yeah. 5, get rid of that. This is a 4 here. We can go up to 6, then 4, then 5. Getting rid of all of this. Okay. Can't have anything there. I think this is now like that. 2 there. 2 here. This is a 3 here. Gets rid of this. 2 there. Gets rid of that. And this is a 1 there. And then a 1 here. Gets rid of this. And that's a 3. Okay. This goes to 10. And we have a 5, 2, 3. Can't go there. This is a 2. I think we can say that there's 1 there. This has to go like this. Finishing that and this. And then this is a 6. Finishing that. That's a 2. Okay. 1 there. Gets rid of this. This is a 3. 1 here. Finishing this row and this row. Up to 3. Finishing these rows. This can go over to here. 1 there. Finishing that. 1 here. There we go. I think we have 2 more left. Okay, we have the Hermit of Carthage. 1 more left, yes. 20. This can go to 16. And we have something like this. 4, 4, 5, 7. And this goes up to here. This can go to there. That like this. The 3 is over there. Okay. 2 here. Get rid of that. This is like this. 4 there. Can't have anything there. This can go to 7, this can go to 8. This can go one further. This goes to 5. What about over here? Okay, 14, done. 13, done. Can't go there, so the 18 has to go this way. Is this 14? No, so we can go one more. There's the 5. 1 there, get rid of this. 1 here, there's the 16. Now we can go to 9, and then the 2s are going to be there, with a 1 here. Like that. Okay. I honestly wouldn't be shocked if this was the last level set. Because in terms of difficulty, it's definitely fit the last level set. Okay, this can go to 9, this can go to 10, it's already at 10, 1 there. This is already a 2. This 1 has to go here, that's a 5. This is a 5, get rid of that. This is 4. So there's a 1 there. Gonna be a 1 here, so the 4 is over there. And that one is just entirely done too now. Okay, this is a 6. So the 3 has to go there, and then the 1's gonna go here. This 2 has to go, actually this is gonna be a 1. 1 there, get rid of that. And it can't go here, so this 4 is going to be on this side. There are no 3s. Okay, finishes that and this. This 2 has to go here. 2 there, gets rid of that. This is a 3. Finishing both of these lines. 3 1s after the 5, so here, here, and there, finishing these rows, and this one. This 3 has to go there, which finishes that. These are both 1s, so this 1 has to go here, finishing that. This is the 3 here. This is a 2. This 1 has to go here. This 1 has to go there. This 1 has to go there, and then we go 1, and then 2 here. Wow. And what was this? Why does that look like a spoon? Mirror of Archimedes. I think I will do one more level if there are any. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Was that it? Did that. Yep. Or have I done the... Yes, I did the Eternal Flame already. Oh, it's this one. So it's the House of God, now we're on the Eye of God. Okay. I was sitting there like, wait a minute. It feels like I didn't get anything new. 15 here. This is a 1. These are all 1s. Wow, that is perfect. And these are like this, so there's just a 1 there. That's a 2. This is a 2 as well. This can go up to here at least. We know these are 3s though, so... And that's a 3. 4 like that. I don't know why this one seems so much easier than what I was doing before. 6 space, no, we can go 5. Getting rid of all of this. 2 here, get rid of that. This 4 is there. And there's the 7. 2 here, 6 there, 1 there. Okay. And there's another 7. So this goes like that, and then like this. Finishing all of these. 1, 1. Finishing these. 1, 1, 1, and 1. I don't know how that was somehow in the same level area as what I was just dealing with, but sure. Sicily. Okay, we'll do one more, considering how fast that one was. We can go 6 to here, 1 there. These are all 1s. This has to be a 3. This could go to 7. 8. Never mind, I can go to 8. Okay, these are all 1s as well. So 2 there, gets rid of these. This is a 2 as well. So this is the 7, because it has to be. I really don't know how you can count these in the same difficulty. It doesn't even feel like the same game now. That's 2. 1 here just finishes that entirety, so all of this is nothing. 3 here, gets rid of this. There's only one place the 3 can be. In the last group of levels, there would have been 52 places it could have been. This goes to 8. 1 here. 2 here, get rid of that. 3 here, get rid of this. 4, literally, no, the 4 doesn't have to be there. I saw the 3 here and kind of like put those numbers together. 5 here, space, no, we can go 4. Okay, so this has to be the 2, gets rid of this, and that pretty much finishes the rest of the level, I believe. Finishes that. This can go to 9. There are no 6s in that row, so that is just done. 2 here. 2 there. Oh, it's got to go 2, 2, and 1. So I just don't understand how this was even in the same game. 1 here, get rid of that, get rid of this. The 3 has to go here. I mean, that's the only place the 3 literally could have gone. 4 here, 1 there, gets rid of this. I always have these moments in this game where I just feel like I'm not playing the game right, because I go through a level that takes me like 15 minutes and then I go to the next 3 and it's like, oh, these took 10 seconds apiece, and it's like, oh, what did I do wrong? Okay, have 13 in the back. I think I'm just now realizing what is actually going on in the background. Just boats getting hit by lasers. I'm just like, oh, this is a weird game with historical things going on, and then there's just laser cannons. Okay. Sure. 1 there, get rid of that. On a completely unrelated note, does anybody want me to play StarCraft, or not StarCraft, Star Wars? Because we have quite a few of them. We actually have some that some of you probably have never seen before. Because there was like a Age of Empires style Star Wars game made, and I don't think a lot of people have ever seen it. 1 here. This can go like that. And all of these can just get finished because there's only the 2s there that need to be done. This can go to, well, it's gonna have to go like this. I feel like I'm playing the game too safely right now because I'm expecting, yep, that's what's going on. Then I decided to not play it safely, and that's when I made my first mistake. Okay. Let's just find where the 12 is. And then the 8. Okay. Just get this one done quickly because I should have been done on this one already. Let's go to here. And then to there. Supposed to be recording some Indiana Jones today, so I need to get off of this before I get what's it called? Laryngitis. Okay, so the 2's there. There's the 5. 1 here, get rid of that. 2 here. 5. This is just a 7 straight across. I don't know why it's taking me until like halfway through the puzzle to do the easiest one out of all of them. 1 there. This can go to 7. These are literally just all done. And this is a 1. So are these. That is also a 1. Get rid of all of this. This is a 3. Finishes that. This is a 2. This can go up to 5 now. Okay. This is a 1. This is a 1. This has a 1 there. So it means the 2 has to go here. This has to be a 1. 2 there, and 1 there. Yeah, I really don't understand how these are after that previous set of levels. Maybe the 20 by 20s will be harder. So we had a boat last time. That's when we start with 4 20s at the bottom. Okay. Looks like half of this puzzle could have been just given to us immediately, and we wouldn't have had to have done any of this. 11, 16. Also, I don't know what I'm hearing outside of our house. To be fair, it wasn't there when I started recording. But then naturally, the second I started, it started up its noise. Up to 18. This is a 2 there and there. We can go here. This goes to 13, 8, 7, 6, and a bunch of 5s. 2 there, get rid of this. And then over here we go 6, 5, 4. And that is all there. We have a 5 here. This goes up to a 6. This goes up to an 11. This is already a 6. This goes to 16. So 4, 3, both here, here, and here. That's a 3 and that's a 3. This goes up to 8, finishing all of these. And this goes up to 7, finishing all of those. This has a 2. This also has a 2. This is a 2 as well. This goes to 5. And then a 3 here. Finishing all of those lines. This is already an 8. 1 here, 1 there. There's the 3. 2 has to go here. 2 has to go over here. And then there. That's a 2 here. And a 1 there and a 2 here. 2 minute and 15 second 20 by 20. Is that a claw from like a claw machine? No, the claw of Archimedes. Oh, of course. Oh, that's the thing that could pick up ships. Yeah. I think I've seen a video or something that mentioned that. Huh. I mean, there's a lot of numbers. I just don't see where to start on one of them. Maybe this. Got like 8 there. 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 1 there. This can go up to here. Can't go there. Can't go there. Or here. So this is 14, 15, 16. So we can go like this. That lets us get rid of all of that. So this 7 has to go this way. This is a 1. This can't be anything. 2 here. 1's probably there. This is probably a 2, so 3 here. Get rid of this and this. That's a 2. And there's the 4 here. Okay, we at least got 2 on the right done. 1 there. Get rid of this. I still don't know where that 7 goes. We do know, however, that This can't be anything. This is a 3. Well, this can't have anything there. What about this 9? 2? Of course. Doesn't help at all given the location. So 1 space, 1 space, 3 space, 2 space. No. It's not even close enough to take a guess at. 2 here. So this has to be the 3 as well. So 1 here. 2 there. Get rid of this and this. 3, part of the 3 there. It's these 2s. They keep putting the 2s in places where there's just no actual help for me to use the numbers at all in my favor. Can't have anything here. 1 there, get rid of that. I don't know how long that's been staring at me. Guess we can go to 4 now. Gets rid of this. That's a 2. This is at least a 3. 2 there. The 7 isn't any easier to find. That's a 1. 2 here? Nope. Okay, now we finally made a mistake. So where's this 12? Of course. Now is it just 2, 3? I was gonna say, there's no way it's just 1, 1, 1 after that. Okay, so space 1, space 3, space 2, space 3, 2 spaces. I don't know where they come up with these patterns. 3, 2, 3, 1, space 1. Okay. 5 here, 2 there, there's a 6. Let's at least use this to find some of them. This goes up to 7, 2 here. This is a 2, then a 4 here. Get rid of this and that. 4 here, nothing there. Here, there, or here. And this 2 is just here. It's pretty bad that I could have actually guessed that better than what I was doing before. 4 there. This can go up to 8. So 1 has to go here, and then a 1 has to go here. Getting rid of both of these. And there's the rest of that one. 4 and 5. This is a 1, there's the 5 there. 2 here, that's a 2 here, this is the 5. So this right here is a 1. 2, 2, this goes up to 7. This is a 6 already, 1 here, 1 there. There's a 6 here, get rid of this. There we go, this goes up to 9, that's a 2. Then over here, we have to have a 2 here, get rid of that. That's a 3 there. That's a 4 already, can't have a 2 here, so there's the 3. And this has to be a 2 like that. This goes over to 5. 2 here, and then a 2 there. There's a 2. This goes up to 4. Worst part about it is I was going to say there was a 4 there, but I didn't want to risk it if I had a chance to figure out something somewhere else. That was almost really dumb. 1 there. 1 here. Let's just bring this up to 9. This is already at 12. Finishes up with that row and this. This can go over to 4, then up to 3. This has to be the 6. So 3 has to go here. And there's that 4. And there's this 4. Get rid of that. 2 here. This can go up to there. That's a 2, that's a 3, this is a 2. 3 here, and then a 2. This can go up to 4. That's a 1. That's a 2 and a 1 there. 1 here. 2 here. This is not 9, but we can put 8 there. 1 here. 1 there. Then a 1 here. 2 here. 1 there. Get rid of this and this. That's a 6. There's a 2. There's that. And then a 1 here and a 1 there. So what's this one? Like a doctor or a scientist? Archimedes. Or Artemis? I feel like Archimedes had an extra ET or something in there. 18, 18s. And we can go over to 4, which lets us now do the 17s. And then we can do the rows of 16. And 1, 2, 3, 4 ones, so this right here. And then this 15 on both sides. And then the 14. And then 2 here and 2 there. Oh, a 44-second 20 by 20. Because naturally. Okay. This one's not even a 20 by 20. It's like a 20 by 11. 4 here. No, I can actually go 5 there. Okay. Thought at first I'd gone too far. 4, 4, 3. This now can go over to a 6. Get rid of that. This can go to a 5. There's a 3 there. This can go over to a 7. 1 here. Get rid of this. Can't go there anyways. 1 here. This has to go here. That's a 3. This can now go to a 6. That has to be a 1, so it's going to be a 1 here. Get rid of that. There's the 8. And this can go up 1 here. And unfortunately, that's it. 2 there. Can go 1 here. I think this 7 can go 3 in the center. So 3, 4, and 4. This can go 2 more on this side. So that's done. So is that. There's the 5 here. And 3 has to go over here. So that's a 2 and a 1. Can't have anything here, so 1 has to go here. There's the 6. So now we can go another 1 on that side. There's the 2. There's the 3 here. 1 there, gets rid of this. 1 has to go there, so the 7 is over here, but it was already. That's a 5. And then a 2 here. Now this 6, I think we can go 3 in the center. 1 here. There's a 6 here as well, so 1 in the very center. Can't have anything there or there. Can't have anything here. 3 space, no. What about this 3, 3 here? 3 space. No, but I think we can put 1 here and then 1 there. 1 there. Get rid of that. 1 here. There's got to be a faster way to do this. 1 there. Well, I mean, besides guessing, obviously. I prefer not to have to guess. I get 2 here now. 1 there. Get rid of this. There's a 3. Get rid of that. There's the rest of that 3. Get rid of this. And now what do? We Go to 5 there. These are all 3s. Oh, this has to go here, 1 there, get rid of that, 1 there. There's the rest of the 3. There's the 5. Because of course it had to go there. If it went anywhere else, it'd be too obvious and easy. 2 here. This can't go there. 2 there. Get rid of both of these. We know this is going to go to there. 1 here. Get rid of all of this. That's a 2 already. There's a 3. 1 there. Get rid of that. So this one is like the definition of just spirals almost, but they remove any help from the previous row after a while. 4. This is a 1. So there's the 2. A very deliberate board, I'll give them that. 5 here, 1 there. And this is a 3, 2. 6 to there. Excuse me. 6 to here, get rid of that. 1 there. 1 here. That's a 4 there, 1 there. Have to have a 1 here, and there's the rest of the 5 and the 3. Is that like a DNA molecule? Chain? The screw. Ah. Okay. So let's go 7 here and 9 there. Getting rid of all of this. Now, this 11 seems kind of like we should be able to work off of it somehow. 5 here. No. 3 there. Yes. Can't have anything there. That's way too convenient for that not to be the 6. 10 here. Can't have anything there. That's a 4 here. This goes up to 5. That's 6. Nothing there. This 9 is now findable. Well, this 6 and 13 just go straight across, but we all know I'm not one for paying attention to details like that. 10. And let's get rid of all of this. Okay. That's a 1. 3 here. So this has to go up to 13. That's a 4, getting rid of all of that. So this 4 is actually over here. That's a 4 there, so this 9 has to go here. And 3 there. 3 here. Then do a 6. The difficulty for this area is truly all over the place. We have 44-second puzzles, and then we have puzzles that take 20 minutes. I don't know about that quite yet, but okay. 2 and 1. 6 here and a 5. 1 there, get rid of that. 9? No. Now 9. And then a 10 to there. Don't click that quite yet. 1 there, get rid of that. Okay, 10, 2 here. 2 minute and 18 second level. What is that, a mirror? Focusing mirror. Yeah, I could use some of those. Focus. Do not allow the random crunching sounds behind you to draw away your attention. Focus. 8, 2, and 3. See, the recording setup I have right now would be perfect for horror games, considering the random sounds that happen behind me all the time. And 4, 5, 2, and 7. 2 here. All of these are basically already done. Oh, just 1 there. Well, this can go all the way up to 11. And 1 here. And 3 there. Get rid of this. And that. This can go over to a 3. Can't have anything there. This goes up to a 5. This actually goes all the way over to an 8. That's a 4, 8, 3. This can go to 13. That's a 2, that's a 7, this goes up to a 4, and there's a quarter of the puzzle done. 4, 5, 2, 6, to a 6 there. Just keep going. 2 here. This goes all the way over to a 13, finishing that entire row. All of that is done. This goes up to a 12, then a 1 here. So you can go all the way over to an 8. Get rid of that. This 2 actually goes to a 4 there, so we can get rid of that now. This is a 4 here. And then there's a 7 there. This goes to a 3. This goes to a 7. That to a 2. 3 and a 3. This is to a 7. I feel like a printer right now. 7 there. This is to a 3. 3 here, get rid of that. 3 there, and then there, getting rid of both of these. This goes up to a 7. This is a 7, so is that. Can go here, there's a 5, 3 and a 2. This goes over to a 3, then a 4, then a 4 here too. This goes to a 3, there's just a 6 here and here, and then a 5 there and there. There's the 6, and a 5 and a 3, getting rid of all of that, and this, and this. This 2 has to go here, 2 there, and then the 9 just goes to there. I'm wondering if this is the last puzzle set. What is that? Oh, okay. Let's do this one. We have already attempted it once, but it took 10 minutes and I lost, so we'll just start over without all of the sounds of the cars in the background for this attempt. Naturally, we'll have another car take its position. 6 to there, there was a 10 here and here. To be fair, I should have already had it done, but that's what happens when you always have a headache. 5, get rid of this. And 3 here. 1 there. Get rid of that. This has to be a 1. 3 here. This can go to a 4. These 2 can go here. There's the 7. As I've said before, these longer puzzles, thank you. These longer puzzles are a major problem, not because of how difficult they are, but just because of how long it takes to actually complete them. 6 here, get rid of that. That's a 3. That's a 3. This is a 5. Get rid of this. Can't have anything there. This 12 can now go here perfectly. This can go up to an 8. And this is roughly where I wasn't to here. I was literally almost done with the entire puzzle, but this is where I was last time when I was having issues figuring out what to do next. Can't have a 2 at all there, so this has to be a 1 here, finishes that. So this 9 is right there. And there's the 5. I thought the 9 was there. Just didn't want to take my chances and mess up again. This has to be the 3. This is a 5 to there. This is a 6 to here. Get rid of that. This has to at least go to 3, because there could be a 3 here. I think there is a 3 here, but don't want to take any chances. 4 there, 3 here. Get rid of this. And this has to be a 2. That has to be a 2 as well. Can't have anything 2 here, so there's one of the 2s there. And this is already a 5, so there's the 5 there, there's a 3. That's the 6 here needed. One more here. This can now go over to there. That's a 3, so this is the 6 here, so this is in fact the 3 there. This has to be a 3 here. So there's a 1 and a 1. This goes up to a 4. I'm not sure if that connects or not. To a 6. Up to a 3. 1 here. And nothing there, nothing here. This has to be a 1. This is to the 8 now. Get rid of the rest of that. 1 has to go here. This can go to 8. It already is at 8. Okay. Can't have anything there. So this 1 has to go here. Get rid of all of that. 1 here gets rid of this. 1 has to go there. And now we have finally finished half of it. Even with knowing what some of the puzzle looks like, it still is taking forever. That's a 1 here, so this is a 6 to there, get rid of that. 1 there and a 2, get rid of this. 2 here and a 3, get rid of that and this. 1 there, another car that sounds like a tank. Don't worry, again, we're expecting to be... Honestly, by this point, we might already know when we're going to be leaving. So if you want to know when the move is, check in the comments. Or in the posts. Again, I will update everybody on what's going on. Because it will probably change the recording schedule and the upload schedule a bit. We'll probably go back to doing 1 uploads daily until we finish the move and everything. 4 here, this goes to a 3, then a 2 there. Can't have anything here. This goes to a 2, and then a 3 here. 1 there, 1 here. This goes up to a 3, 1 there, get rid of all of this. Can't have anything here, that can have a 1 there. And have to have a 1 here. That's done there. 1 here gets rid of all of this. Can't have anything there. 1 here. So 2 here gets rid of all of that. 1 has to go here. And a 1 has to go there. That's the rest of the 2, so there has to be a 1 here and here. Gets rid of that. This has to be a 1. And this has to be a 1. Yes. Getting rid of this. This 3 goes here. This is the 4 there. Gets rid of that. Has to have a 1 here. Has to have a 1 there. What was that? Was that coral? Battle of... I don't know how to pronounce that. Was that it, or do we have another one? We have another one. The Dethroned Strategist. I feel like I've seen these images to be the Battle of Troy multiple times, but then again, I've seen a lot of historical, like, pictures and stuff, so... Well, I should say, I guess they weren't really pictures, they were, what they expected it to have looked like. 17 here... We can go up to 8. That's a 2. That's a truck. 2, then a 15 and a 3. This is a 16 to a 2. This is also a 16 to a 2. I was expecting us to be done with it after that set, but maybe this is the last one? 8, 5. Bunch of 2s. This can go to a 6 now. Same thing as this one. This is a 19 there. Okay, so right off the bat, it looks like some kind of a boat. 4 here. 1 there. There's a 3, and this is a 4 to there. 3 here. Get rid of that, and this, and that, and all of that. And this, and this. 2 to there. There's a 4. That's a 1. Get rid of the rest of that. I said get rid of the rest of that. That can't go there, so it's a 1 here. Now that's just done. That's a 4. These are 1s, so are these. And, well, this 4 and a 6. I think that's just straight up. Yeah. 4. This 3 has to go there. This can go to a 6. We have a 3 here. Gets rid of this and this. And that is a 3 there. So 3 here, because it just works out that way. Another car that shook our entire house. To a 9, then to a 4. Gets rid of that. 4, 2 here. 1 there. This can go up to a 9. This is a 5. There's a 4 and a 4. And then a 4 there. And then a 4 here, a 1 and a 2. This can go to a 6, 2, and then a 3, 1 there. That's a 4. This is to a 5. That's to a 5 here. This is to a 7, then a 5. 3 here, get rid of that. This is a 5 there. And then a 3 here. Getting rid of all of these. That's a 3, then a 2 here, and a 2 there, and then a 7. Simple enough. Porto, oh, okay, so we're still dealing with roughly the same area. Okay, 20 on the bottom, perfect. Don't know why these levels are easier, but I'm not complaining. 3 and a 12, get rid of that. That's a 2 here. That goes to a 3 there. This goes up to an 11, then that whole row is done. This goes up to a 12, that whole row is done. That's a 3, that's a 3. This goes up to a 9. This goes up to a 3, and then the 14's just there. This goes to a 12, this goes to a 4. 3 here, get rid of that, this, and this. This goes over to an 8, then a 2 there, gets rid of this. 4 here, this goes up to an 8, this goes to a 9, getting rid of all of that. Here, that's a 6, this is already a 3. These are all 6s. That's a 5. This is a 1. So this has to be the 3 here. This is to a 3 here. There's a 4 there. Get rid of all of this. Can't have anything there, so a 1 here. The rest of the 10 is there. Another car shaking our whole house. It's actually getting pretty bad. It feels like it's every other car, basically. 2 there. 4 here. There's a 3. 1 there. That's a 4. This can go up to a 4 as well. This can go up to a 3. 4 and then a 2. This goes to a 5. That's a 4 here. These are all 2s, I think. 2 here. Wow, that was really lucky, actually. That was not a guarantee that that's where that was. 4 and a 4, and a 2 here, and then a 1. And this was like castle walls, stone villa. This one seems bothersome. 5 here? No, but we can go to a 4 here. Honestly, I just want to figure out where like the 3 is on the bottom. 5 here. This can get rid of that, which actually does help sort of for this area. This can go up to a 3. This can go to a 3. And that's just that done. Can only guarantee that it can go up 2. This one. Let's just say it goes up to an 8. It's simpler and easier that way. 2 there. Another normal car driving by. 3 to a here. 1 there, then a 5. This goes to a 6. This is a 1. And a 1 here. This can go up to a 4. 3 and a 5. And a 2 here, 2 there. That's a 1, 2 here. This can go up to another 1. 1 there. This goes up to a 5. Get rid of that. This is a 6, and then a 4. Okay, 1 there, get rid of that. This can go to a 5. With a 1 there. And that is now a 2, and that is now a 5. Nice. 1 here, this goes to a 6. This is a 2 there. Nothing here. This is done. So is that and that. This can now go to a 6. Can't have a 4 here, so 2 can go there. This can go to a 5. Can't have anything there, there, or here. So this is the 5 here. Finishing up all of that. Can't have a 3 there, so there's the rest of that 5. And this is the 3 here. And this is a 3 there, gets rid of that. I think this is just an 8 here. Finishing up all of this. This is the 5. Nothing there either. So can't have anything there or here or there. 1 there. So that's the 1. This is the 5. Gets rid of this and this. 1 there. I don't know if that actually gets rid of that. I know there's nothing here, so that goes to 3. I'm glad I didn't immediately think that it got rid of it. Can't have it there, so the 3 has to go here. Gets rid of that. 1 here, gets rid of that. 2, and then a 3 with a 1 here. And what was this? Flame Archer? Well, I literally got exactly how they worded it, too. 20 here. I don't know how I feel about being able to know exactly how they were thinking for that one. 3. This goes to 12 there, then 3 there. 1 here, 1 there. Get rid of all of this. 3 there. Nice. This can go up to a 6. This 4 goes over there. And these are all just 1s. So this 18 can go over to there. 1 here, 2 here. And there's the 18. That's a 2. This can go to a 6. This can go up to a 4. There's the 2 there, and there's the 8. And that's a 1. 1 here, 2 here. This can go up to an 8. 1 there. And this is a 1 and a 3 done already. Wait, there we go. And could be a 1 there. Guess we go over here now, up to 6. This has to have a 1 there. So there's the 8, there's the 4, and there's those. This can go up to a 16 again. 2 has to go this way, then there's a 3 there, gets rid of this. This can go up to a 4. 1 over there. This has to go to a 4, then it's just done. That's a 2, then a 4 here. Finishing up this. 3 here, gets rid of that. 1 there, gets rid of this. So the 3 has to go there, and I am losing my voice. I have not even recorded that long today. 1. This goes up to a 4, gets rid of this. This is a 4 already. 5 here, gets rid of that and this. These are both 2s, or all of them I should say are 2s. 6, space, nope. That's a 3. This can go up 1 more, finishing the rest of that 4. 1 here guaranteed, so can't go there. These are all 1s. So 1 up to here, finishing all of this line. So the 3 has to go up here. There's the 15. This 1 has to go there. And this has to be a 1 there. So there's the 3, then a 2 here, 1 there. Gets rid of all of this line. And there's the rest of the 10. There's the rest of that line. And there's the 3, and half the puzzle's already done. 3 there. This goes to a 7. 1 here. This is a 2 and a 2. These are all 1s. This is a 3. And that's a 4. This is a 1. Technically all of these are 1s. Nothing there. That's a 4. It'll have to be 2 there and then 2 here. And there's another 3 here. Gets rid of that. That's a 1. All of that is done. This 4 has to have 3 of it being there. This is a 1. So there's the 3. That's a 2. There's the 6. Not entirely sure where that 3 is yet. These are all 1s done already. There's the 2 there. 1 here, gets rid of the rest of that. These are all 1s. 1 there, gets rid of this. 4 here. 3 there. And that's a 1 here. There we go. I think I'm going to do 1 more. Trying to think if that's the end of this video. No, I think we still have a little bit longer to go. Might be able to even finish this set. But not in this recording session. I think I have ruined my throat enough for the day. I did do a couple of other videos today, but I wasn't expecting to have the hit of laryngitis so fast. 7, 4, 11, 12, 8, 3, and a 4. 1 there. Gets rid of all of that line and finishes all of this. This looks like a horizon almost. So naturally it won't be anything close to that. 7 to a 6. This goes over to a 3. There's a 2 here. That's already a 2. That can be connected. Nothing here, here, 1 there. Get rid of that. These are already done. Nothing there either. This can go over to a 6. This can go to a 7. 1 more for this one. No, that's a 1. This can go up to here, up to there. 1 more. This is a 3. That's already the 6. That's the 1. Can't have anything there anymore. This can go up to 8 now. Can't have anything there. 3 here. This can go up to a 3. This is a 1. 1 more there. This can go up to here. This to there. I feel like one of these 7s are going to be this. But then again, I've seen where it's like 2, 1, so. Get rid of that. This is already a 1, so we don't need that there. So 3 here gets rid of the rest of this. 1 here. So that has to be a 1. There's the 7. That's what I thought. One of the 7s. To be fair, I would have guessed wrong regardless. 2 here. And this is a 5 now. So the 3 is in there somewhere. Has to be a 1 here and a 1 there. So finishes that. And a 1 there. This 2 and a 5 is done. And 1 here. Oh, I think this is just 7 now. Can't have anything here. This is the rest of the 5. 1 there, gets rid of the rest of that. 3 here, gets rid of this. Is that a 7 now? No. So there, this goes over to an 8, gets rid of that. 1 here, gets rid of this. That's a 2, that's a 2, and 1 here. I think I'm actually going to do 1 more. Yeah. Oh no, this is... Never mind. Okay, just a bunch of 20s on the top. I don't understand the difficulties of this game at all. I don't know how many times I have titled a video based on them. I don't know how many of these games I have to play. It just feels like there is supposed to be no difficulty. You're not supposed to feel like the difficulty is even something that you should even be considering. It's like, wow, just focus on the puzzle. Which, I mean, I can respect them if that's what they went for intentionally. If that's what they were going for, like, they nailed it. Because I don't know what's going on. I feel like as I get further in, sometimes it gets easier. And a 2 there, so this is a 1. And over here we have a 3 and a 3. Let's get rid of all of this and then that. There's a 10 somewhere in here. Can we go 5 in the center? No, we can go 4 in the center. Yes. And that's a 2, finishing the rest of that line. And this can go 4 in both directions. It can't go any further. This 5 can actually go here, unfortunately. 1 there finishes that. There's the rest of the 8. That's a 2 as well. Nothing here. Now this 5 actually has to go up here because there's a 1. So the 1 has to go somewhere. It has to go after the 5. So if the 5 was up here, then there'd be a 1 here. There's not enough space to fit both of them there. That's how that line of thought works. I feel like sometimes I don't talk about that enough in these videos. Okay, the 6 doesn't really have any more information on it. 8 space, 1 space. No, not even close. That was a pure guess. Something I hate doing. It wasn't even a helpful guess. So can we go like 1 in there again? That at least helped out a bit. Because we can go to there and then we can say this goes to 8. Getting rid of all of that. Now this 5 now can't go there, so there's the rest of the 5. This goes up to an 8. There's the 3, finishing up this line. The 1 has to go there, finishing up that. I thought there was still a 2 there, so I was about to lose. 6 here, gets rid of that. 3 there, gets rid of this. Can't be there, can't be here. There's the 2, there's the 1. Can't have a 5 here, can't have anything there. 2 here, 2 there, get rid of this. Finish that. This can go to 3, then this can go to 3, 1 there. Can't go here, can't go there. That is a 3. 3 there, 3 here. 3 here and 3 there. Maybe if I wasn't always trying to talk over top of trucks driving by, maybe I wouldn't always have laryngitis. Like, I can see that picking up on the mic. And that is like our normal life. Something tells me it's not good for the body to get shaken, not stirred. 5. Nothing there. This has to be a 2 and then a 1 here. I'm gonna have to figure out how many minutes after this. It's actually, I think I can only do 1 more and then that'll be the end of the whole video. Oh good, this one's terrible. 3 here. Woohoo. Okay, can't go there. This can go up to here. There's a 5. There's part of a 4. 2 can't go there. Okay. I think we're just going to call it here. Let me see how many bonus levels we have unlocked. Only 1. Oh, this might be where you have to unlock the bonus levels as time passes. Okay. If you guys are enjoying World Mosaic 6, do me a favor, hit the like button and the subscribe button below. Let me know some other games you'd like to see on the channel. The World Mosaic franchise still has a while to go, but if you want to start letting me know some other games that should take its place, go into the comments. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.